Time to take you through the grid for Heat 8, Senior Rotax Groups B versus D. So it's going to be effectively, because there is no Eliska Babichkova, she'll be supporting the rest of the family from the sidelines, having done some, done some training earlier on this weekend. So it's going to be the likes of Archie Walker and Zsombor Kovac. Then you're going to have the likes of Lauren Legault and David Outlechner, Janis Diak, Paul Hamburg, Janis Diak, Montego Mas and Tommy van der Soys. No Lachlan Robinson, he's out for the weekend, I'm afraid. Archie Bustle, Marcel Lecui, Lotus Tveen, William Christensen, Elia Papasina, Yuri Tenhef, Hugo Latorre Vega, Pablo Colomer, Arthur Robin, Amanda Salinen, Harun, Mats Johan Overhoff. He needs to get he needs to get back into the top 20 again, does that young man. Bati Schneider, Rafael Jesus, Shiraishi Itsumo, Pedro Barbosa, Tonis Johannes Dominguez, Anthony Bilou, Matteo Pianezzola, Pedro Arango, and Gustav Zusakos bringing up the rear of the grid. So the lights have gone out and we are underway and racing in the 8th heat for Senior Rotax. Kovac gets the jump on everybody. David Outlechner follows the Hungarian up the hill. With Archie Walker looks to have now made his way up into 3rd place ahead of Paul Hamburg. Laurent Legault from Canada looks to be in 5th position as they now make their way out of turn 8 down the hill for the first time. Drivers adjusting the radiator flaps as they go down from turn 11 to the hairpin at turn 12. Everyone jockeying for position side by side at some points. I think I just spotted one of the drivers trying to make an overtake, which might have been the 3:32 of Germany's Yuri Tenhef. Tommy van der Stroy is rounding out the top 10 at the moment. He looks to be making the move up the inside through turn 16. More changes a little bit further down towards the bottom of the turn 5. They go from Canada really putting in some great switchback moves as we head back up the hill once again, this time on lap 2. It's getting a bit close for comfort, going through into turns 5 and 6. 2x2 side-by-side action outside of the top 25. At the front of the field, Zsombor Kovac is controlling proceedings. He could be the third driver that might pick up 2 victories here on Heats Day. We still have 2 more heats to go. They go down the back straight away. Some getting the side draft, including one of the RS competition carts. Might have been Lotus Tveen going through on Yuri Tenhef. And there is still side-by-side action coming through turn 17. No one's giving any quarter whatsoever, one of which might have been the 3.60. Hugo Latorre Vega, who we saw at the sharp end of one of the races earlier on today. But now it's getting to be very close indeed between the top 3. Zsombor Kovac, David Outlechner and Archie Walker battling it out for the race victory. Walker's been close. So has Outleichner. Kovac has already got a race victory here on Heats Day to his credit. Then you can't count out some of the other drivers. I mean, even the likes of Paul Hamburg, Janis Diak, Laurent Legault, even Tommy van der Sloijs has been absolutely motoring forward. And now there's going to be a change for fourth place. There is Janis Diak up the inside of Paul Hamburg to take fourth place. Legault is coming under fire from van der Sloijs. And also Montego Maassen. The 394 from Germany, right on the back bumper. There is also a notification reference to number 306, who's just got the black and white warning flag. And that is Baptiste Schneider from France. Walker's got through on Outleichner. That's one move of the jigsaw puzzle completed, with 6.5 minutes still to go, plus an additional lap. So just over 6 minutes remain on the timer. Montego Maassen currently has the fastest lap in this race, 1 minute 3.596, as there is a move courtesy of Legault. Well, that was Legault being passed by Hamburg, and then just behind, Lequi on Christensen for 9th place. It is nip and tuck on who will make a move and when will they pull the trigger. And Legault now pulls the trigger, goes up the inside of Paul Hamburg. Nice move by the Canadian. Now it's going to become a 4-kart scrap for the race lead. Now looking in it from this perspective, Kovac has won a heat. Walker hasn't. Outleichner hasn't. Stiak hasn't. Keep your eyes on van der Sloijs. There's still half of this race left to go, and it's anyone's guess who is going to be top dog after this one. Will Kovac make it a third respective driver that will have won 2 heats today? 4 minutes 40 plus an additional lap. The top 4 were covered by just under 7.5 tenths of a second on the last lap. Back down the hill at full throttle, full pace. They'll be pushing the best part of over 105 to 110 kilometers an hour coming down the hill, and then hard on the brakes, rotate the kart through turns 10 and 11. And it's the driver in 4th that has the fastest lap of anybody and was pretty much 3 tenths quicker than the 3 in front of him. That driver is Janis Diak. Van der Sloijs has also improved, but was running on the same pace as the top 3. So needs to make a little bit more of an indent, but might be hoping that the drivers in front might start to battle. With 3 minutes and 35 seconds plus an additional lap, that is still conceivable. Over the crest of the hill once again, Harun has got past Yuri Tenhef as the Spaniard in the 386 now goes into 16th position. Leaders now coming back down the hill once again through the left-hander at turn number 11. The run down to the hairpin here at turn number 12. And there's the move from Janis Diak up the inside of David Outleichner. So the German now decides it's the time to really start winding up the wick to volume number 11. In the previous tour, van der Sloijs put in his fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 3.6. Top 4 covered by 9 tenths. about 9/10 of a second. There's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel between Archie Walker and also Janis Diak in second and third respectively. Walker that last time around was the best part of over half a tenth of a second quicker than Zsombor Kovac, who continues to lead the race at this stage. 8 minutes down, 2 minutes to go, plus an additional lap. Looks like Van der Stroys and Montego Masson are catching the four in front. So it could be even more convoluted towards the dying stages of this race. Top six covered by just under 2.2 seconds. Kovac has responded and has gone nearly a tenth and a half quicker than Archie Walker on that last lap. We're now onto lap number 9 out of 11, based on the amount of time that is still left on the timer. There's Lucky and Robin running in formation from the team PKS Competition, running on the Gillard chassis. As we head into the final 50 or so seconds, plus an additional lap of the race. But at the moment, right, okay. Penalty has just come through. 5-second time penalty for pushing. And it's been given to Rafael Jesus, who currently sits in 17th position. Gustav Zusakovs actually now gets past the Emirati driver on track and now goes up to effectively 17th position. The timer now strikes 0. One more lap remains as we're on our 10th and penultimate lap of this race. Zsombor Kovac has kept himself very, very calm and reserved. Oh, and we've had a little bit of a coming together, unfortunately. One of which is... Oh, did I just spot Mats Johan Overhoff? Yes, 3:55. And Matteo Pianezzola. Oh, that's a real shame for the pair of them. Out on the spot. Final lap board is out. And now Archie Walker is coming under fire from the driver behind. That is Janis Diak. Stiak's going to go for the move up the inside through turn 7. Makes it stick. Now, is this when he decided he was going to go for it? It looks very much to be the case, but don't count out Walker, whatever you do. Kovac has kept it calm. Now he's looking over his shoulder. Walker goes to the outside, trying to get the over-under on Janis Diak, but you've got a right-hander straight away after that left-hand hairpin. But could Walker do himself a favour and pull alongside? He does. Going into turn 16 up the inside of Stiak. They're going to be side by side through the next couple of corners. Who's going to come out on top? It might be Walker, it might be Stiak. Kovac is going to take the victory. Walker nips it in the bud with second by a fraction. 65 thousandths between second and third at the checkered. So, provisionally at this moment in time, Zsombor Kovac becomes the third different senior Rotax driver so far this weekend that has picked up 2 victories, joining Lewis Gilbert and Kai Hunter. He wins the race by just over 5.6 tenths of a second ahead of Archie Walker, Janis Diak, David Outleichner, and another solid performance from the Netherlands' Tommy van der Stroys in 5th. Montego Masson, Laurent Legault, Paul Hamburg, William Christensen and Arthur Robin rounding out the top 10. Masolukui, Hugo Latorre, Archie Buttle, Lotus Tveen and Harun round out the top 15. Yori Tenhef, Gustav Zusakovs, Elia Papasena, Pablo Colomer, Baptiste Schneider complete the top 20. Pedro Arango, Shiraishi Itsumo, Pedro Barbosa, Anthony Bilou, Tonis Johannes Dominguez, Amanda Salonen and Rafael Jesus rounding out the 27 that finished. And unfortunately, coming together with 2 laps to go, Mats-Johan Overhoff and Matteo Pianezzola from Germany and Italy eliminated on the spot. So once again, the Rotax roar burst into life here at the Circuito Karting Campillos for the 8th out of 10 senior Rotax heats with Kovac and Walker on the front row. But with everyone trying to jockey for position, they were doing their very, very best. As Outleichner would slot in behind the Hungarian and Walker would thread the eye of the needle to get up to 3rd in the early stages. Good work by Laurent Legault from Canada in the 323. Normally races with RPG over in his local territory in North America and Canada. And also, Janis Diak still has got it. Still planning to race in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany this year, but still can't get enough of karting with that spectacular move. Very clean up the inside of David Outleichner and a little bit of a talking between Matteo Pianezzola and Mats-Johan Overhoff, with the Italian quite clearly not happy with what transpired. But nevertheless, things were getting a bit heated towards the end of the race in the battle for the lead and also for 2nd and 3rd, as Janis Diak managed to get through on Archie Walker going through the exit of turn 8. But then through turn 16, Archie Walker made the move stick, kept it pinned, despite the fact that Janis Diak was trying to go towards the outside through into the penultimate corner, and the Brit would take 2nd behind eventual 2-time heat winner today, Zsombor Kovac, with Schiak a fraction behind, and Outleichner and Van der Sloys completing the top 5.